Lego Ideas is a theme that you could literally design a Lego set, submit it for the Lego Ideas program, reach 10,000 supporters, and boom, it could potentially become, after approval, a official Lego set under the Ideas theme. So that's a little bit on how the Lego Ideas program works. But in today's video, we're not going to be looking at the existing Lego Ideas sets, which, quite frankly, I think they're all amazing and bring such high stakes to the table. But instead, we are rather going to look at projects that potentially will be Lego Ideas sets. And there's, I believe it was 49. So the Brick Fan posted this article of 49 projects was the official statement from Lego that are going into the final review, second review session for 2023 stage. So pretty cool. All of these have hit the 10,000 supporters mark. So in today's video, guys, we not only hit 25,000 subscribers, which I wanted to personally just thank you and show my appreciation to you guys. Absolutely love you guys. It really means a lot to me. But not only that, we are going to take a walk and dive through each one of these, just a quick glance at each one of them, and decide buy or not. And again, these are all my personal opinions, and truthfully, it's going to come down to my first time seeing these sets and just my initial reaction. Again, this might change later if one of these sets becomes an official set, so please don't hold me to it. So without further ado, this should be a pretty fun one. The first one is the Big Boy Locomotive, and I'm going to say buy. 100% buy. I've always wanted a Big Boy is just like a famous locomotive engine, and I've never seen one in Lego, right? And this it looks incredible. It's very large. It's super detailed. Will it work on official Lego tracks? It looks like these are brick-built tracks, not these standard Lego tracks, but it still looks like it's within the dimensions that would meet the train tracks. However, I don't know if you could tell, but this train is so massive that the radius of the train tracks, there's no way it could ever turn on it. So you'd probably need some custom radius train tracks. So that's the first one, definitely a buy. I don't want to go too far into it, but all right. Next, we have the Retro Arcade. And this, for me, initial reaction, it's modular, it's an arcade. I've been preaching that we need an arcade in the modular form. This is a whole dedicated, I think this is like a base plate and a half arcade, but, even a vertical one from the actual modular line. I've been saying we've needed it for the longest time, but this looks incredible. This is a buy for me. The details inside of it, all tiled off. The arcade machines looks really good. That's a buy. The Spartan helmet of Leonidas. This was definitely a buy. This is awesome. A great piece of Greek history, right? This is incredible. Really shout out to the builder of this one. I might have to build something like this just in my personal collection, me being a Greek that I am, and very proud as that. So, and that one's a buy for sure. The Alfa Romeo Giulietta? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, actually. Really cool looking vehicle. I'm not into the car vehicles, so this one is a no for me. However, the design is really cool. I like how cars are really difficult. I'm going to say cars are very difficult to pull off with all the curves and edges, and this one looks pretty awesome. The edges are just done so well. So really cool there. But again, not into my personal collection. Not for me. Next, we have the Lego Ideas and Muppet Show. I've never seen the Muppets. Have no knowledge of them at all. So this is going to be a no for me. However, I know there's a big audience for the Muppets. So I'm sure this will, if chosen, will be a very happy set for a lot of people. Okay. Next up, we have the Lego Ideas Red Bull Racing F1 Team RB18 1/12 scale. I love Formula 1, guys, so this would, depending on the price, this would potentially be a buy. At one point, I know I said I don't like cars, but Formula 1's different for me. This is very well executed. I love it. It looks awesome. So 1/12 scale, still being a pretty large set of 1,180 pieces. So that would be a buy if it was going to be made. Next up, we have the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I don't have the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I actually missed out on the official set. I like how they use brick separators to hold the minifigs. That's kind of cool. It's really detailed, really large, pretty cool. Potentially a buy. For me, I'd much rather have the minifig scale one. This is more of like a larger, I don't know, I guess right-hand side cutout. It's really cool. This one I'd have to really think on, depending on the price. I think it would be 1,800 pieces, a lot of pieces, but since I missed out on some of the old Scooby-Doo stuff, this probably will be something I would pick up. Just to show you guys, I dang near would buy everything. All right, next we have the Western River Steamboat. Okay, this is pretty sweet. I'm not sure where I'd put this. Not totally my calling card. Very well executed, super detailed, but for me as personally, I don't think I would add this one to my collection just because I'm not sure where I would put it. But very large, looks super detailed, pretty cool looking mock as well. I like my favorite part I'm gonna call out is I don't know what to call it. Basically how it moves, right? Really cool. All right, DreamWorks Shrek Swamp Art Achieves. Oh, something that archives. Ideas DreamWorks Shrek Swamp. Oh, this is pretty interesting. The Shrek minifig looks kind of funny, right? He looks small. Interesting. It'd be nice to get some Shrek sets. Huh. It's pretty decent. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you could actually probably fit this into a Lego city. This has some potential. This has some potential. It doesn't say the piece count, but I'm not crazy about the minifigs, but I guess it's kind of hard to do kind of custom minifigs for a set like this, but okay. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. What's next here? We have the Asterix and Obelix. I'm not sure where this is from, but it's a very, fantasy era type build. I'm not a fan of the open backs, so for that, I think the set's a no for me. Regardless, it has some really cool details to it. That tree looks pretty awesome. It actually has multiple buildings. Some animals, like I think they incorporated a goat. Sneaky move. I'm not sure if Lego will give us a goat. That one for me is going to be a pass simply because for my city, I don't know where I would put it with the open backs. All right, next we have the Venice. Venice, that's the name of it, Venice. It does have open backs as well, automatically making Endo for me. This reminds me highly of the Bricklink Designer set that was just recently, I think it was in the Crowdfunding 2 program, but a lot smaller scale. So the details on it looks awesome. Again, just not something I'm totally interested in, but really well executed. I'm sure there's definitely a crowd for a small little Venice display. Next we have the Stilt House. Interesting build. This is neat. Honestly, guys, first reaction is I'd probably buy this. I think it would look incredible because when I redo my Lego city, I'm gonna make a nice large ocean area, and I think this in the middle of it would be kind of funny. And it's so like mock style. It's got just like little bits and pieces. The water is super detailed. The fishnet from the house. It looks awesome. This is a buy for sure for me. The initial reaction, this is a buy. It's got all the details in the water to encompass like little waves coming through. So that one is a buy for me. We also have another Red Bull 18 Formula One. This is a minifig scale, kind of like his Speed Champions. For me, this is a 1000% buy. This is super well executed. Very cool set. I actually really hope this one is made. Really cool set. I like that one a lot. All right, next we have the Trojan Horse, like I said, coming from ancestry of Greeks. This is a buy for me. Where would I do with it? I have no idea. It'd probably be one of my centerpieces behind me in my videos or when I stream. 2,700 pieces. This is awesome. You get a bunch of Spartans. You get a bunch of minifigs that go inside as well. So this is interesting, cool. Gosh, I hope this is made. And if not, if it's a Bricklink set, this is a day one buy for me. Awesome set. That's probably one of my favorites so far. I didn't even know that was going to be a set. All right, next we have the Red Dwarf Sleeping Quarters. This one is interesting too. It's more of a display piece. Again, not so much for me in my aspects of Lego, but it's pretty cool. Not for me though. Next we have Tailspin Sea Duck. Wow, this is interesting. This is like a whole crash plane site. This is cool. This is really cool. I've never seen anything like this. The best thing I can think of is like Barracuda's Bay, where it was like a broken shipwreck. This is interesting and cool. I like, are those coconuts up there in the trees? Something different. I like how the plane is like not just 2 pieces. It's actually like 4 pieces hanging. That's pretty sweet. I like this. A lot of pieces though, 2,900 pieces. It's from a TV show in the 90s. Tailspin Sea Duck. I've never seen it, never heard of it, but maybe I need to check it out. All right, next we have Studlane Book Nook. That's hard to say for me. It opens up. kind of reminds me like Diagon Alley feels, but interesting. It's kind of like a facade of buildings, nothing too deep on the inside of them. For that, I can't really incorporate. I mean, you can always incorporate some to Lego City, but not something I'm just totally looking for. For me, I think I would just much rather design my own buildings. But overall, I love the techniques they use. Super cool designs, and could definitely piece out something like this to encompass your own box. This is a set that I hope is going to be made. I did see this on like the thumbnail of like all the sets, and I was like, we don't have a gumball machine from Lego. This would be amazing. So we have a gumball machine, and this one actually comes in balls with little balls you can put minifigs in. This is 1,000% a buy. This is definitely probably top within the top 5 of these sets for sure. I hope this is made. I really do. I'd buy this absolute one. You could do so much with that. That's exciting. All right, next we have the greenhouse. Modular style, meaning closed back. I would most likely probably pick this up, maybe throw it in a little forest in the Lego City. Really cool. It's got a lot of greenery to it. I like the colors. They didn't use, just a standard like black and white. They decided to go with like a brown, add a little more like forestry feel to it. A little birdhouse, just something you would expect to find in like a really cool, neat find in the middle of nowhere. So I think that one's a buy for me. I see Yu-Gi-Oh! That gets me excited. Sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card box, Dark Magician versus Blue Eyes. Oh, day one. I grew up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes, White Dragon versus Dark Magician. How can you get more iconic than that? This is a buy. Day one. Love it. We just won't see stuff like that from the Lego group be made, so it's awesome to see Lego ideas. We have Phineas and Ferb, Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. This is pretty interesting. Wow. Super detailed. I like this. This is cool. It's all purple. Okay, I think I would highly consider 3,000 pieces. I'm assuming it's all modular. I'd like to see more of this one with the 2 images that are here. I don't want to go too far, guys, and go into like every pictures of each one and learning more about it because we got to get through 49 sets today. But that's a maybe. I'd like to see more of that one. Next up, we have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I'm not a fan of the open scenes, guys. So for this one, it's a no for me. I've never seen the movie or show, so that one is a no. Taylor Swift. Oh, Lover's House. I think they said there was like 4 or 5 of these in this report for review stage. So this is not for me, but I know this is going to satisfy a lot of users, so I'm excited for a lot of people that are going to potentially get that. All right, next we have Motograph. This is pretty interesting. Very cool. I might get this just for the shorts. This would be so fun to play with. Pretty cool design there. Next, we also have another Taylor Swift Lover House. Can you imagine? Is it going to be made? I'm not going to even decide which one's better. I don't want to do that to you guys. I'll let you guys decipher that in the comments below. Like I said, I believe there was 5 of them in total. Next, we have another Phineas and Ferb set, and this is Perry the Platypus Agent P. So just a platypus. So pretty cool. Looks like it's posable in a multitude of ways. Hit 10,000 supporters. So pretty cool. Again, not for me. Not going to be picking that up if it's a set. Next, we have Flying Scotsman LNER Class A3. It's a 462 Pacific Steam Locomotive. This looks, I'd buy it. It comes with 4 passenger coaches and a locomotive. I like the green wheels. This is definitely, I'm just a train fan, so you could basically throw anything at me, and I'd most likely buy it as long as you could power it up. And it actually looks like, maybe that's standard, but it looks like it has 2 coal tenders, so that one is pretty cool. Jumanji game board. I've seen the movie Jumanji, this latest movie with The Rock, and I thought it was pretty good. But again, no calling card to me. I know there's probably an audience, but for me, that one is a no. But nonetheless, still a cool set to see. We have LEGO Ideas Kerbal Space Program Modular Ship System. That's pretty cool. I feel like this is going to satisfy a lot of people. I like how there's like little alien guys going up, but looks like interchangeable parts for a nice little space ship system. So pretty cool. Again, not for me. So I will not be picking that one up if it was going to be made. Next, we have a Hungry Caterpillar. This is so. I think if I had kids, even if I am a kid, what am I talking about? This is actually really cool. I got to show this to Georgiana. She works with kids day in, day out. So this is pretty cool. I know Legos has small pieces and you can't bring that around. Probably her patience or whatnot, but this is actually really well executed. So I don't think I'd get it, but if maybe in time if kids are in the scope. Anyways, next We have the working Lego bicycle. That's very interesting. It's got pedals. Wow, this is sweet. I think I'd buy this for a friend. I don't need this. I'm not like, I actually love going for bike rides, and I do so often, especially during the summertime and fall time, springtime, just not the winters, depending on the location. I think I'd buy this for a friend. I think I have a friend that would actually really like this. That's cool. So I wouldn't buy it for myself. I think I'd buy it for someone. I like it. Next, we have the Muppet Theater. Again, I said Muppets are just not for me. No interest whatsoever. However, I know there's a crowd for it, and hopefully it satisfies if it were to be made. Not going to talk too much on it just because of that reason. All right, next we have the Landscape Photographer. This is interesting too. Wow. I like how they encompassed like a photography scene in like Colorado or Utah or something like that, or even Montana in the background. I mean, it could be anywhere in the world, right? But that's what being in the U.S., that's just what it reminded me. But anyways, I think I'd scoop this up. I like the tree. I think the tree could have been a little bit more detailed, but that car and setting up a photography station on top of a car, it's just total photographer moves. I'd get that, and I actually have a friend that would probably really appreciate this, and I think I would get it for him as well. Wouldn't mind that in my Lego City as well. Next we have Schitt's Creek. Let's see if it'll open. Well, maybe it won't open. Maybe they took that one off. I have no idea. Well, looks like we can't open that one. For whatever reason. Here's another Taylor Swift lover house. Again, not going to decipher which one's better. A set that's just not for me, but I'm sure we'll get a lot of people. We have a toaster oven. Or not a toaster. A toaster. A vintage toaster. This is so cool. I'd probably get this. I'd get this just to play with it. I'd like pop minifigs out, make just whatever. You could do so much with this. It's cool. That's awesome. I like the mechanic. It would be a really fun build, and just the playability in it would be awesome. So that's definitely up there on the list for me. Definitely not like the one of the best ones in my opinion, just because I don't know. I'm more of like a Lego City kind of guy, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyways, Lego Ideas New York Corner, and being a modular building. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'd probably pick it up because it's modular style. It's got just so much details. Check out all like the glasswork. It looks pretty cool. It looks incredible. I love modular buildings. My uncle loves modular buildings. I think we'd both be pretty filled. So can't neglect that one. We'll probably pick it up. We have a Mary Poppins Cherry Tree Lane 60th anniversary show. A movie I just never really cared about. So for that, I'm out. Shark Tank would say I'm out. But nonetheless, the buildings look really nice. These two being almost like very similar. But anyways, you can do a lot with this set, and I'm sure it'll satisfy a lot of people. Just open back building styles based on movies I don't care about. It's just not for me, ladies and gentlemen. Krusty Krab, this is for me. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and... I'm sorry. Had to. But anyways, this is a buy, 100%. I know the Lego used to have some Krusty Krab before, so not sure if they will make it, but I missed out on it, and won't miss that again. Here we also have another Taylor Swift lover house. Not for me, but will satisfy some people. All right, next we have the Snowy Morning in the Countryside Cheese 10,000. This is really cool. Not sure if it's open. Oh, dang it, it is. This set, honestly, I think I'd almost still get it. It's sad that I'm not just an open back kind of guy. I'm a closed. I like four walls. I'm a four walls and a roof kind of guy. But this is incredible. This is insane. I'd actually probably use this for like maybe under my Christmas tree display or something like that. Really cool. Really, really cool. So honestly, although the open back, I think it's so well executed, it's probably a buy. Next we have Marine Life. These are very interesting. Honestly, probably would scoop these up for the parts, but a set that's just not for me. I don't know where I would display these, right? But I think they're very well executed. I think kids would love these. Maybe put them in their bathrooms or something. I don't know. But it's a really good idea. Next up, we have another Taylor Swift set. This one's going to be different. It's the Eras Tour. Again, like I said, not for me, but that's a lot of minifigs, a lot of Taylor Swift, so I'm sure it'll satisfy a lot of users. Next, we have the Chameleon. That's interesting. It's kind of like part of that new Lego Ideas Insects, but it's not. It's just the Chameleon. Again, the set is not for me, but I know there's a lot of fans out there for the Insect set, so this might go very well with them. Next, we have Train Bookends. I'm already going to say this is a buy. This was actually, I believe this was on Lego Ideas before. I've made videos about this set, I feel like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. This is a buy. I think this is so well executed. I can't believe it's not a set already. But it looks awesome. So yeah, that's a for sure buy for me. I'd probably actually even put it on my bookcase if my missus would allow me. We have the Lego Ideas Disney Pixar Luxo Jr. lamp. That is pretty cool from the iconic movies. Not sure. Honestly, I might get it and put a light in it and use it as a prop for videos. I think that'd be, if I could actually make it as a real lamp, I think it'd be really cool. And it's got the ball. So you could dual purpose that one. Next, we have the NASA Space Launch System. I'm not infatuated with some of the space system sets, guys, but I know there's a crowd for it. Again, for me, first time seeing it, it's just not going to be a set for me. This looks awesome. It's a great ball contraption. We actually don't have a Lego set that's a great ball contraption, so I think I'd buy this just because the only way to see these is like going to Lego conventions. Obviously, you can make them yourself, and there's a whole community for them. However, I think it'd be cool as a set. This is awesome. I would love this. I love it very well, and I think it's highly due that Legos made something for us to build and have a system. And I think it would probably inspire people to make their own even after, like they continue on. You know, maybe take out this section right here, make it go the opposite way, and continue on. I don't know. I think it'd be really cool though. That really excites me, putting it in my top 5. All right, next we have a chess master. This is pretty simple design. It's a chess table. So really cool. I played a game called Tavli, which is when you open up that like checkers board, chess board. It's the game inside. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but that's the game I play. So again, this is not going to be for me, but I know it'll be probably a fan favorite for a lot of people. So anyways, that's all 49 sets, guys. Well, at least that's listed from this list. I'm glad we went through them because without that, I would not have got to see first-time impressions of these sets. I think my favorites are going to be a Leonidas, the Spartan helmet. I really like the big boy. I really liked the Gumball minifig machine, the Trojan Horse, and probably my 5th is going to be the ball contraction. So I'm really excited. This is a great wave. I always get disappointed when, I hate to say that, but I always get disappointed when they select the Lego Idea sets, just because I feel like there's always better options. But again, I'm choosing better suited for me, right? And you got to be open to the vast majority of people. But for me, truthfully, the Trojan Horse is so iconic in history. That one is, I would be exceptionally happy. The Gumball machine, I think, is just incredible. Even the arcade, the Leonidas helmet, the big boy, I hope they all become Brickling sets. I'd probably buy all the ones that I'm listing as my fan favorites. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoy your Monday. And of course, let me know what your top 5 or even top 1 set is in the comments below, because there's a lot that we went through and I'm interested to hear it. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your favorite in the comments below. Love you guys. Cheers to 25,000 subscribers. We will see you in the next video. My name is Cristo from Stunt City. Peace out.